We now return to Let's Play 7 Grand Steps. Callista here is in a bad way. She's got decent skills though, so hopefully this will work out. Oh great, you just blocked my only chance at finding a mate here this time around. Thanks for nothing. This has to work, because if it doesn't, I'm fucked. 8 tokens. Could have been worse. Beggars can't be choosers, I guess. He loves her, though. Okay, what can I use as a bounce? I would like to get that. So I could put him there. Chances are it's going to be gone, though. I don't have any alchemy, which is ironic because I am the one that managed to find the fucking thing, and yet alchemy ended up being my worst skill. Fucking ridiculous. I would get her up there with a minimum. Fine, I'll do it. That one. Meteorology. Gennaro and Attila. There's Gennaro, and there's Attila. Didn't make it. Fuck. So I have to get my ass all the way up here if I want any chance whatsoever of getting that. Which is fucking ridiculous. So you need to go back, do this thing, probably make a child. Oh good, you failed to make a child. Well, that's going to be two things he's shit at. I suppose it doesn't matter because I will be moving up, hopefully moving up a social rank. And so all of these things will be worthless anyway. The trick is just to see if I can actually make it happen, which so far I'm having trouble doing. Sure, now I get it. Good. Still need 30 of that. You just slip up once anymore. I mean, maybe it's just because it's the Iron Age. It didn't used to be that bad. But if you just fuck it up once, just once, and they start to hate each other. Fine, you little cunt. You can have a token. Callista trudged through the hallways of her manor early one morning. Brushing her teeth, kicking slaves on their cots awake, it was time to prepare herself and the house for the day. Callista readied to meet with clients in the entry hall before too many arrived and mired her at home. Well, a senator's concubine visiting the city waited with a message for Callista. That sounds a lot better. A chance to get in the back door with the senator. Callista entertained her as richly as the senator himself, as was proper. She informed her that licenses to collect taxes were to be invalidated as part of a new tax reform. Callista was first in line to procure a license under the new system. Great, I finally have one. Unfortunately, I'm now way the fuck up here. It's tempting to save that. Nah, fuck it. We'll use it on this, provided I can actually get my hands on it, of course. Because, otherwise, I'm gonna have problems. It's not worth teaching him anyway, because once we move up in a social rank, it's just gonna change. Whoa, 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 hold your horses. Away. Okay, if I wait one more turn, I'll get 4. And then if I wait... provided the wheel doesn't turn too drastically. Okay, now if I wait this turn, I'll get my one token, and we move to the next. Over time, the family had gained so much influence and power that Callista was able to support the election of a magistrate, which eventually granted her power in the Imperial Senate. Her victory greatly pleased her political faction. Okay. I think I will stay out of these two, because that will lead to class warfare when I have to make votes one way or the other. The military faction probably sounds like it is the fastest way to absolute power. I mean, it's a way of becoming Caesar. Taking bribes is worthless to me. So I think, I mean, granted, Caesar didn't end so well. Well, Julius didn't end so well. But maybe this will work out for me anyway. Yeah, right. I mean, clearly, staying with the other aristocrats and senators would be politically safe, because we'd all be in it together. But I think at this point, we are moving towards empire. So, and the other thing about choosing military, again, I'm not really sure what I'm going to come into, and what's going to pass that I'm going to have to make votes on, but I'm thinking that voting for increasing military spending, voting for expansion of empire, might be a little bit better. I mean, it wouldn't be as volatile, per se. Let's do it. The option to guide stories now guides the Empire. You may vote up legislation in the Grand Senate. You may ignore the guide, disappoint your political faction, and your family will be cast out. And here we go. The challenge is approaching. I think we need heroic deeds, because this provides advantages against the challenges. Invention, I'm not so sure. I mean, obviously that's what moves the challenge forward, but at this point I don't think I want it. I think I want to build up my heroic deeds, and if I can just stay safe one more round and stay within the political power, maybe I'll go for that. Okay. So I got a C in just about everything. Meteorology is an F, but hopefully I won't have to worry too much about that. I could spend a Senate token, but I think I'll stay where I am and use it on my kids. So instead, let's try making a few more tokens. And I guess I've got one final owl here. I don't really have a choice. This isn't good. I should have quit, because at least these guys have C's, whereas she doesn't have anything. She's probably got F's in all of those. So this probably is my first vote. If I don't take it, if I just take the turn, then I have to deal with the consequences of the computer choosing. So let's see what this is like. The Senate welcomed Callista into the imperial chambers of government. Some senators, troubled by her military leanings, forced smiles. She is favored by the military. Okay, we are slightly a majority. I influence 3 votes. Gain more influence by voting with your faction. Vote on a proposal by clicking on yay or nay. Beware, declines in treasury, grain, and unity may dismiss you from the Senate. So we have low grain, but it is steady, and we have a low treasury, and we have a fragile empire. Construct additional roads. Easing the traffic of trade should generate more taxes. The military argues this will take soldiers away from defense interests. Reduce money standards used around the empire. This will ease trade and help unify our provinces. Aristocrats claim it will confuse existing exchanges and debt systems. Rent newly conquered public lands. The worker faction prefers ongoing income to a one-time sale. Aristocrats claim the land will be underutilized due to financial distraction. Do I only get to choose one? Okay, I'm voting yay on that. I'll vote nay here, because we've already got easing of trade. Nothing looks like... okay, so we're unifying the empire, which helps. We are voting against the construction of roads, which sounds like it would generate more taxes, so that's treasury. Rent conquered public lands. That sounds like it might increase grain. Renting sounds like it would also increase treasury, but maybe not, I don't know. The legions are divided. I will take this. So let it be done. Okay. Well, I think it's time for Kai to take the reins. There were many kings in the empire. Some had power, others were ceremonial. Kai would have a chance to be king when the proper king was unavailable. Kai was picked by unspoken means to fertilize the fields of a highly influential farming clan. The priests purified him with 3 days of water and bread. They spoke prayers endearing him to the harvest goddess. They dressed him in a cloak and helm that signified the ram. He was to lie in fresh-turned furrows for an entire night. Kai felt beetles and worms crawling upon him. He fled the field. Fuck you, Kai. You just lost me everything over here. Holy shit! I guess he's still holding on to his old alchemy, engineering, and all that junk. Okay. Fuck. Socorro is, of course, the worst of the bunch, but we'll try and get her anyway. Kai mentioned to Socorro how a marriage would give their political factions legal protection from rival factions. Socorro switched her loyalty to Kai's rivals. God damn you, Kai. Uh-oh, here are the results. Defeated. Enacted. Kai is favored by the military. We don't have any new senators. Constituents were quiet and content. I suppose that's the best. Okay. We have a collected empire. Fantastic. Burgeoning grain and an adequate treasury. Recognize a new god as part of the empire's pantheon. Aristocrats assert this would aid imperial unity. Everyone else denounces intruding on the true gods of the empire. So we're all kind of divided, but they support it. Now the thing is, I may want to... I may want to vote yes on this, just to gain their support, because I voted against them last time, and everyone else is kind of meh. Now, it says, though, everyone else denounces intruding on the true gods of the empire, but they're divided. They don't disapprove. I guess I could have abstained. I didn't have to vote. I think I'll leave it, because we're collected, so we're doing fine, and it's improving. Increase price support for grain purchased in the capital. Hungry voters are not happy voters. Military interests decry it as a waste of the treasury. Well, we've got burgeoning grain, so I'm voting nay. Increase military wages. The Legion faction urged senators to honor with more than words those who safeguarded the empire. Everyone's divided. We are supportive. I want more votes. I can influence 3 senators, so let's have that. Let it be done. Great. Well, now I have to... the Senate should be easier, than being a war minister and dealing with all that convoluted bullshit. So hopefully I can stay in the good graces of my faction, work my way up, because I can go to... what is it? Tribune? Let me look. Yeah, I can become a tribune, dictator, consul. Sounds like I can do some interesting things. And possibly work my way up to emperor, I don't know. With the way things are going so far, I shouldn't count on it, but maybe. We'll find out Kai's legacy next time.